So I just kind of wanted to show off my audio setup here. I've got it just in the corner of the house, and it didn't cost me over 200 bucks, I don't think. TV stand is something I made myself. The speakers were given to me because they were broken, and learned to fix those. Lights all come on when you turn on the receiver. You got Tascam CCC-222 MKII. It's a actually newer cassette deck. It can read and write to CDs and read and write to cassettes, obviously, but it can also record to both of them, which is pretty cool. I like it. I haven't actually used the CDs. I don't find them as interesting, but it's there if I ever wanted it. The receiver is, I think, somewhere in the 80s, maybe 90s, Technics SA-GX500. It's a quartz receiver, which doesn't matter because I'm not using the radio, but it's got enough inputs. It's got a phono ground on it, which is cool. It's got a VCR input here on the front, but I really just use that for an aux cord because I just set my laptop on the record player and plug it in, then it's good to go. You got 2 VCR ports on it, which you can do whatever you want with. You got tape monitor for the cassette deck. You got the phono input and the tuner input. This actually model is pretty good. I think it's 375 watt model at 8 ohms, I think, and not 4. These are 4 ohm speakers, I think, is what they're rated for. I know the tweeters are 8 ohm speakers because we'll get to that, but that's what I had to fix on one of them. So you've got your headphone input here. You've got your Dolby surround. There is a surround input on the back if you have the space for it. I don't have anywhere really to put my surround speakers. I'd have to run wires kind of an awkward angle. But yeah, so you got all your tuner presets. You've got your speakers, A and B. I actually had these little Bose cubes before I got these speakers. I've been able to get those for real cheap. Memory scan, that's just for the tuner. You've got memory auto and manual, that's also for the tuner. That's the tuner knob, that's to change the mode from auto, manual to or lock it. AM, FM, here's your input balance. So that, I don't actually know what that one does. I haven't messed too much with the input balance there. But here you have the left and right balance for your actual speakers. You've got your FM mode for auto or manual. You got your rear level. You've got your display mode, so you can change it between it'll show the actual audio profile to, there's your EQ. Yeah, loudness setting, you can turn it on and off. That's for your EQ. That's your VCR input like I showed. Here you can control your bass level, which I have turned down a little bit because these speakers still need to be repaired a little bit more. They're Serwin Vega DX7s, and they're a little old. So yeah, I have the bass down quite a bit. I live in a place where really the bass shouldn't be up that much anyway. Don't want to deal with any issues. So get your bass level, you get your treble control, center frequency. This you can actually use to change a couple different fine tune. Here's your EQ fine tuning mode on and off, so you can set that to control just more specific ranges. This is, I don't actually know what this does. Oh, this just kind of shows you your slope, I guess. You can set a couple different EQ presets. You can set it to the regular default one, and I'm pretty sure that's how you set the presets. Haven't messed around too much with it. Doesn't take much to get it back to where you want it. So these Sirwin Vega DX7s, they're really good. They're quite old. They came from a smoker's house, so I had to clean them quite a bit. I had to learn to solder to fix them. This one here had a tweeter that had a lead snap on it, so I'm not sure why. I don't know if someone was just rough with it or what really happened there, but I ordered a soldering iron and did a decently crude job at fixing it, but I'm pretty sure it'll hold. Like I said, I still need to fix that. It's not too much, it's like 20 bucks, 20, 30 bucks. Just haven't done it yet because I don't really use the bass anyway. Can't really use the bass. So yeah, I got the Sirwin Vegas for free. They're really good speakers. As you can see, they're huge. Really had to figure out how to make this work in my place. But then I got this for 20 bucks because the guy just, I guess, didn't want it. I was actually there to buy this, which is a little bit rough shape Technics Quartz. It's a direct drive turntable. It's the SL-Q200. So it's quartz locks, don't have to worry about the speed. And direct drive, don't have to worry about belts, which is exactly what I wanted from both. The cartridge is P-mount style, really probably could be replaced. It's not the best cartridge ever. It's not the nicest ever. So yeah, I could probably replace that. I wish it was a little bit more automatic than what it is. So you still raise it, move it over, drop it down. You get your speed control here. Get your adapter for 45s. The arm is plastic mostly back here. That's metal. Nothing fancy. Auto stop. So the semi-automatic turntable, not fully automatic turntable. But yeah, once you reach the center, obviously it'll go back. So now the worst thing about this is the clips are broken. Now, I actually have the clips. So I actually have the clips here, and as you can see, the plastic coverings snapped off. So I tried hot gluing them because I didn't want to permanently bond them to this, but that didn't really work. So you can order some new clips online. I haven't decided what I want to do. I may try to 3D print a new clip and see if I can pop this pin out somehow. I'm not sure how that comes out, so I have to look into that more. This I paid 45 bucks for. It's not the best condition, but it works perfectly. I got it down in Florida. It's actually worth a little bit more than that, so I can't complain. Bought this from the guy for 20 bucks. This, I love this thing. It's so cool. Let's go over a little bit of the controls here. It's got an awesome little welcome screen to it. So you've got your rerun, forward, stop, reverse play, forward play, pause, record. You can monitor your audio while recording, pitch control, so speed up or slow down, reverse mode, play one direction or play the other direction, play one direction and back the other direction, or keep on going in a loop. You got your Dolby NR. This is for CD tape continuous play here, so you can set it so that it just keeps going in a loop between the CD and the tape if you were to have a tape in. Your CD timer, this is control your CD stop, play, pause, record, all that nonsense. Here's your monitor for your headphones. Here's headphone level, volume. You got your reset for the timer for the tape. You've got your eject button. Nice solid. Return to 0 for the tape. Record, mute. input selection for the balance when you're recording, input 2 selection so you can change from the RCA input 2 on the back or the disc to record to the tape. This is to record from tapes to the CD. This is to record from CD to the tapes. Input selection for the CD, which you got a couple for. You got the phono, you got the tape, you've got optical, you've got coax, and you've got line 1, well, coax, RCA. I don't know what the phono button does. Here's the open and close button for the tray. As you can see, I don't use that often. Could probably be greased. I don't even know if the actual laser reader works. Maybe the disc needs to be, or the belt may need to be replaced. Not sure. It's probably something I could spend a little time looking at, but scared to open this thing up. It works as is. Don't really need me touching it. Not sure what the display button does. This is finalize your CD when recording, erase your CDs, sync your recordings. I'm not sure what that one does either. Here's your menu option for the CDs. This is control for the CDs, fast forward, play, enter. But yeah, that's the Tascam CC-222 MKII. Tascam actually still makes some cassette decks. I think they're around 500 bucks. They're either 400 something bucks or they're 600. So they're somewhere around 500. I don't quite remember exactly. But here we have just a U-green aux cable, aux to RCA, left and right input. You actually have A speakers left and right, B speakers left and right for the receiver, and then you have a couple other options for inputs. You've got your ground input for the phono. You've got 2 outlets on the back. I have the little lights I have set up on one outlet, and I have the cassette deck plugged into the other outlet. So it's really nice actually. Got that off, my lights turn off. Takes away a little bit of the ambience. Turn it on, the lights turn on, cassette deck turns on, it's ambient. Looks cool, it's fun. So we can take a listen. So I just have an older TDK tape for play. So you get your audio levels on the cassette deck. Then the live audio profile from the VCR, or not the VCR, I'm sorry, the receiver. I like that, it's cool, looks cool. Eventually I want to add a oscilloscope somewhere. Not that I know really how to use an oscilloscope, but I think it'd be awesome to have it in between maybe the cassette deck and the VCR, and you could see the actual output of the cassette deck, or maybe just have it on the surround speakers and it'll just output something. It may not be exactly what your cassette deck's gonna be playing, but it'll look cool. So, but yeah, these sound really good, but take a listen. Spot right here under the lamp light. So that's all that is. Stops. Checked. Does sound a little bad, this tape. I've noticed it a little. It sounds not the greatest, but I've got some tapes over here. Some older ones. These are some newer Maxwell tapes. These are some still in the wrapping newer Maxwell tapes. Here's another blank TDK. got some Type 2 tapes. I don't actually have any metal tapes, I don't believe. I have 3 or 4 Type 2 tapes with something on them, and I have some all rest, I think are all Type 1. I don't have any metal tapes. And then here I have a Ghost album. It's the one from, I believe their most recent, they had a movie, and it's the album from the movie, but it's quite a few of their songs. It's got a couple live performances in it. And that's the second record down there. It's got some art in there. But yeah, that's just my decently budget setup. Probably a little around 200 bucks. I think just under. Learned to solder, so I had some free speakers. The TV stand I've had forever. I made myself out of spare lumber we had laying around. Stain was really cheap. Pipes aren't cheap. There is something you can get, though I forgot the type of pipe you can get. It's a little bit cheaper than your standard galvanized pipe that you're gonna expect for making something like this. But yeah, hope someone found this interesting. Have a great one.